Who's the host tonight?
Jenna! Yay! Good.
You win!
Okay, here we are. We're gonna present this baby. Can I get a thumbs up, Brianne? I can see you. I know it says loading, but let me know if you can see it. Or Lexi, can you see it? Does it still say, okay, we good? Okay, awesome. All right, you guys, for those of you I haven't met, my name is Alexis Probst. Before Herbalife, I was a really tired, insecure college student. I was working out 6 to 7 days a week, not seeing the results I wanted. I went to nutrition club. I fell in love with the shakes and the tea and the atmosphere, and I was like, sign me up. I got to do this. So fast forward, I'm down 25 pounds, and I feel absolutely amazing. And last month, in all the ways, Herbalife gave me a little over $11,000. So you guys, today we're going to talk about common conversations, whether it's in the nutrition club, out of the nutrition club, if you're doing a satellite club, you're getting people just in challenges, 3-day trials, all of it. So I get the honor and the privilege to interview 3 different ladies today that have a rockin' business. So get your pen and papers ready because they're about to give you all of the goods. Okay, so topics, again, over the counter, 3-day trial conversation. Getting people into challenges, follow up on 3-day trials, post-trial follow-ups, and how we create preferred members not in a nutrition club. I know a lot of us are not in a nutrition club. And if you are not on mute, yourself.
Cassie, can you hear me? Cassie, I know you can hear me, girl. That girl.
Thank you, Blair. Okay. Sammy, are you on the line? I'm going to let you take it away and share your story.
I am here. So hello, everybody. For those of you that I've not yet met, my name is Sammy Went, originally from Wisconsin, currently here in Ohio. So before Herbalife, I was yo-yo dieting. I actually found a nutrition club while I was working for another nutrition company. So it's kind of funny, my story, yo-yo dieting, looking for the next best thing, energy, something that I could stick to. And I finally found a nutrition club, Herbalife, did a 3-day trial, loved how easy it was, fell in love with the community. And I mean, here I am, 25 pounds down total, kept it off. And honestly, I've never been happier. And I know I was actually cleaning out my medicine cabinet the other day, and oh my gosh, all the stuff I had, you guys, hilarious. So I no longer need to have the 10 million different things in there. So anyway, in January, in all the ways, Herbalife paid me $5,429.21.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Sammy. Here we go. Jenna, are you on the line?
Here. Hello, everyone. My name is Jenna. I'm currently an active World Team member. I live here in West Salem, Wisconsin. I have Empower Nutrition, located right downtown West Salem. Before Herbalife, I was a full-time registered nurse. Since starting my hospice position, in 3 years, I gained over 30 pounds, working crazy hours, always in my car, stopping at fast food. So when I came into Elite for the first time, that's how I got started on the program. I went on to lose 30 pounds. And there's a picture of my before and after. My before was actually while I was working out. I was doing a Beachbody program, and I was committed to it and getting no results. And then the after picture is actually probably 5 months after I stopped working out and just focused on my nutrition only. And then I have some pictures of my kiddos. That's pretty much us every morning, no matter what. They always come into our bedroom and sleep with us. And then I have a picture of me at my first time sitting platinum at October LDW, and I got to go on the Pres Team experience, which was awesome. And then down below, I have a picture of my hubby and I at the recent JKO. And then in the bottom corner there is a picture of me way back when I used to really work out and focus on nutrition and all that. And so that's my goal, to get back to getting some toned up muscles. My January income was $3,290.40.
Awesome. Thank you, Jenna. And Tina, are you on the line?
Yes, I'm here. So for all of you that I have not met, I am Tina Davern. I am an active World Team member. I work out of NV Wellness in Chippewa Falls. I am the Nutrition Club manager. I do not own a nutrition club. Before Herbalife, I was tired, depressed, sad, severely overweight, you name it, health problems. It was bad. Hit rock bottom, got on a trial, immediately felt energy. Went on to lose 105 pounds and currently working on my next set of results. So that's super awesome and exciting. In the picture, you can see my before and after. That before picture makes me really, I don't like looking at it. And then the pictures on the right are just my whys, my family, my kids, my 2 sons, my husband, my puppy, and my grandkids. I have 4 grandkids. And then our Life Changers team, they're on the bottom, which is also part of my why, because I love each and every one of them. And in January, and all the ways Herbalife paid me, I made $3,314.37.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. All right, you guys. So we're going to get into the goods here. The first thing that we're going to talk about is over-the-counter conversations. So it's like you're getting the ball rolling. People are coming into the club. They're loving their cake batter shake. They're loving their Mighty Mango tea. And now it's us as wellness coaches. It's like making sure we're asking the right questions, whether it's offering, the trial or anything like that. So Tina gets the opportunity to talk about this. So I'm going to let you take it away. Okay, Tina, tell me about these little bullet points we have going on.
Okay, so as people come into the club, the biggest thing is to make conversation with them. When they come in, you want to find out if they make them at home or how they heard about us. So I know, personally, when people walk into the club, the first thing, I'll ask them is, how they're doing, how their day is going. If I've never seen them before, I'll ask them if it's their first visit into the club. And ask them how they heard about us. That's the most important thing, because if you're going to offer someone a 3-day trial, you're going to want to make sure that no one else has had that previous conversation with them. So it's kind of like a matter of, if you're at the club a lot, it's a lot easier, because I usually can tell right away if someone has been in there before, because I know most of the customers. But even if you haven't, if you ask them if they've ever been there before and they have, usually it's not they're just like, oh yeah, I come in, whenever. So just making sure that you're being diligent in finding out if they've talked to anybody, if they've had any conversations. But when they first walk in, and they come up and they're like, yep, I want a cake batter and, a Pom Bomb tea. And I take their order and I'm writing out the cups, I'll be like, hey, do you make the cake batter at home? Just kind of asking them questions that is going to get them talking, so you can kind of find out if they're a preferred member.
Okay, I love that. So do you have that conversation the first time in, or do you wait a couple times, or do you just kind of feel out how that whole conversation's flowing between you and that client or customer, I should say?
Yeah. Honestly, it depends. So I kind of feel it out a little bit. There are times I've had the conversation right away if they seem really interested, or if we get into a conversation and it's kind of just flowing. But then I've also had times where, I've waited and, when they've kind of in a second and third time and they're ordering the same exact shake, and I'm like, you can make this at home. It's a lot more economic. It's great that you come into the club. We love seeing you, but it's going to be a lot cheaper for you to make it home 7 days a week than coming into the club and ordering it 7 days in a row.
Awesome. I love that. So you're really just bringing it back. It's I love that you're here at the Nutrition Club, but I would love even more if you can have the products at home for cheaper, because then you can have them more often, which in the end, that builds our preferred member paycheck, right?
Sure.
Which is super awesome. Okay. So now we have, talking about if they're interested in the 3-day trial, we get them the info. And I think that's in our next slide, right? About how we get them that info about the 3-day trial. So we're going to move ahead. Okay. So new customer text. So you just said you're kind of feeling out the whole scenario when people are there. Talk to me about this message that you send people that are brand new in the club.
So if a customer is brand new, this is a text that a lot of us have at MV have personalized, and this is what we send out to people if we've talked to them. The nice thing is you'll get a lot of people that will respond with the tell me how, whether they're really interested or not, because there's some people that will say that and then you'll respond back to them and you'll never hear from them again, and that's fine. But I get a lot of tell me hows. So this is a great one to put out there to people so that they have a coupon to come in again to the club. And again, it talks about, if you want to order these products at home at a discount, generally, if I'm the person that's talked to the person at the club, I've already put it out there that they can make them at home. So it's not such a big, thing. Like they kind of know. And so, it just kind of flows with the conversation. So if they say, tell me how, then I send them our 3-day trial message. That I believe a lot of us.
Okay, here you go.
So then we just send them
Okay,
this.
so then you send them this message. Go ahead.
Nope, I was just gonna say, and then we send them this. Generally, like I will send them this, and then I will, wait. Generally they'll either respond right away or they won't. If they don't respond to this, then I will usually message them the next day and just ask them, be like, hey, I just want to make sure that you got the text I sent, or do you have any questions? Because they might read this and then maybe have questions but not ask. So it's kind of like if they say they're not saying no, but they're not responding, I just follow up with them. And a lot of times they'll have questions and that's why they didn't respond. So I've actually gotten people to do trials that way too.
Oh, that's brilliant. I love that follow-up, just in case maybe you have a question and you're scared to ask. So I'm just going to ask for you.
Yep.
That's so good. Thank you, Tina.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so challenge conversations. I know at NB you guys are really brilliant with this, how you promote your challenges, the conversations that you have over the counters, and then also the messages that you send to your preferred members or people that are not preferred members yet. So I want you to talk to me about this visual, like where did you guys have this? Was this just something that you posted on social media? Was this something that you had over the counter? Talk to me about this picture.
So we printed this out and laminated it and had it in like 3 different areas of the club. And so people saw it when they come in. We also came in and we also put it on social media so that people could see it. We had a message, telling them they could get into this in-person challenge that we were having just after the start of the new year, which was a perfect timing. And then just every time someone would come in, literally, even if they weren't my clients, I'd be like, hey, did you hear about our challenge? And I would grab it and like show it to them. Made such a big deal about this challenge because it was super fun. And as you can see from the visual, like, dude, where's my gut? It's kind of funny. I know that Bliss and BeFit did one as well, and they had catchy ones like this. So it was just a lot of fun, and like having the conversations with people. If my clients came in, I'd be like, hey, you got to get into this challenge. You've been looking to get different results, like depending on who it was. Like I know a lot about my preferred members, so I would cater it to them. But I know it just ended up being a great challenge. I ended up with 25 challengers in this challenge. So it was just a lot of fun.
Wow, that's amazing. I love that. Okay, so current preferred members. So I think sometimes people get carried away, or preferred members get carried away, and they're like, oh, the challenges are all the same. Like, I don't know if I want to do this. Talk to me about this kind of message that you had back and forth with your current preferred member that ended up getting in the challenge.
Correct. So this is for the 3-day challenge, actually, that we just started all together as a dream team. I sent this to her and she said, well, it seems like it's more for new people because it's the trial basically. And I just made up this little short message that was like, hey, actually it's a really great reboot. You're getting back to the basics. You're doing naked shakes. You're kind of like resetting your system and you're eating from this snack and dinner list. And she was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then she signed up. And so it was just kind of, I had a couple people actually the same thing. Like I just kind of had a conversation with them. They weren't real sure at first because it's the 3-day trial, but just explaining to them that like we all kind of get in a rut in our programs and just kind of like resetting yourself and getting back to the basics.
Absolutely. I love that. I always think like, even with my clients also, they're coming back and they're like, I haven't had a result. Well, it's like, why don't we try a 3-day trial? Because the 3-day trial is so structured and so basic, just like you said, that it's really just going to jumpstart that metabolism again and getting that body going. So right. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you for that. Okay, non-preferred members. So let's talk about how, sometimes we are working on these people forever, trying to get them signed up as a preferred member. Talk to me about that conversation.
Okay, so non-preferred members, I would just kind of send a message out there to certain people and be like, hey, we have this 3-day online challenge starting. Kind of explain it to them, what actually is going to happen. And I just, for whatever, it depends on how you put it out there to people. So just kind of making it sound fun and making it sound easy and simple. Because if they have to do too many things, people they see this thing and they're like, okay, I got to do this, this, and this. Like, just make it simple. So I like sending a little text to people and just being like, hey, let's do this. It's super exciting. And I have really good luck with that.
Love it. So it's not so I think what you're saying is it's not a big, long, giant message that takes 10 years to read. It's just to the point, and it's a yes or no if you want to do it or not. Beautiful. Okay, incentives for signing up. You're super good at this also. It's like, if you sign up for this, I'll do this for you. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, so for our in-person challenge, towards the end, I was like, I had a few people that were kind of on the fence. So I was like, okay, let's do this challenge. And then I sent it out to everybody, but it says the first 10 of my clients that sign up get a very special gift mailed to them. So I ended up sending them to everybody that was in the challenge. But I basically just sent them a little handwritten card and a lift off. And I know that sounds really simple and like not like a big deal, but people were like, oh my God, thank you for the lift off or whatever. Cause they see that, they're like, oh, I sign up and I get a special gift. Like, okay, like people love free stuff. They love it. So I always make sure to do some sort of incentive for my preferred members.
That is so cool. I love that. I'm going to do that the next time. Handwritten notes go the longest way, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you so much, Tina, for sharing. I know I have lots of notes that I'm going to start taking away, so thank you so much. Jenna, you are going to be talking about the 3-day trial follow-up. I'm going to let you just take it away because you got lots of stuff going on here, and I'm super excited about it.
Okay, so this is for once we have somebody who's committed to doing a 3-day trial. I bring them in, whether I'm sitting face-to-face with them or we're doing a phone call or a Zoom call or something like that. And I basically take everything from the DreamTeam website and review that with them. And then on my trial pack sheet, I just added a few extra things for me and for that person. So I like to set up the day 4 appointment right away. And I actually added that to the sheet. So right there with them, it's like a process that we have to fill out. So at the bottom of that first picture, you can see I have it circled. So on that where it says day 4 follow-up appointment, I write the date and time. So I set that up with them before they leave. Mm-hmm. And then I always tell them during the trial, I ask them to be open and honest with me. I say to them, I would hate for you to tell me this whole time the trial's going great. In day 4, you would say it was horrible. I hated it. It's not for me. And the biggest reason I tell them that is because I say, not only are you test driving the products in the program, but you're also test driving wellness coaching. So that's a part of what I get to do for you and how I get to help you, and you get to try that as well. So it's just a perk of doing the 3-day trial. So I asked them, please be open and honest with me. I've had people say, oh my gosh, I'm starving all the time. And then I dive into that a little more and find out that they're not eating their protein snacks. They're really just having their fruit or their veggies or something like that. Or I've had people say, like, I'm constantly peeing. I can't drink this much water. I didn't realize I was going to eat this much food or something like that. And again, it's a way for me to connect with them and to offer them that a little bit of wellness coaching. So these are just some pictures that I have of how I do follow-ups with people. So like, for example, the first one, somebody sent me her picture of her snack in her water. Does this look okay? How do you do this? And I give encouragement on that. Or I have people, I tell them, if you're out at the grocery store, grocery shopping, and you're not sure what you should get, send me a picture of it and tell me and check with me if you think it's okay for a snack. So those are just some pictures there of people saying, is this okay? Is this a good idea? Can I have this? And just helping them through those things, and then encouraging. So I always do my best to try to encourage them, even if they're not getting a great result with their trial, I'm always trying to be as super encouraging as I can. Again, that's part of that wellness coaching and that uplifting and keeping them encouraged.
Awesome. So lots of interaction while they're on the trial. It's not just the, I'm going to send the script. Those are super important, right? And we're going to talk about that, but it's not just sending the script. It's being there the entire journey that they're on that time. So great. Okay. So the follow-up, I'm going to let you just take it away again.
Yep. And then, so I do use the script. So I use everything straight from the Dream Builders website. Sometimes maybe I'm going to adjust it a little bit so it's more customized based on what's going on with that person or when we're talking. But these are just examples of me making sure that, or conversations that I've had with my people. And then like the last one is on their day 3 of that whole thing of how things went. And how she was super excited to be like, yes, I really want to be a preferred member after this. So after they got a chance to watch the video and all that. So again, it's, if you see, I'm saying, I'm so happy for you. This is amazing. You stuck with your plan. Yes, you had a few cheats here and there, but wow, this is so great for you. And just really trying to be encouraging that whole time.
Love that. Okay, new preferred member follow-up. So now they're done with their trial. They felt so amazing the entire time just by the interaction that they were having with you, and they're loving the products. Now walk us through the follow-up that you have now that they're a preferred member.
So day 1 of becoming a preferred member, if I meet with them face-to-face, I'm going to put them on the body composition scale, and I'm going to create their meal plan right then and there for them. And I also try to get their products ordered right then and there with them as well. And I give them recipes and all of that. So then day 7 to 10 of them being on the products. So day 1, they come in, they sign up as a member, get them on the body composition scale, order their products. I ask them to please let me know when their products come and what day they're going to start. And then I count 7 to 10 days after that. And I ask that they come back in and we go have them get back on the scale just to see how the numbers are looking and also to clarify things. So if they have any questions, maybe they're not getting the right protein number in, or maybe they're missing vegetables in their afternoon snack or something like that. So we adjust their meals plan as needed. And then depending on, I always say it really is depending on how much accountability they're wanting or what their health and wellness goals are. I may say to them, okay, let's continue to meet every week in person until we get these numbers on track. Or something new that I started doing was weigh-in Wednesdays, where they're gonna weigh themselves at home and they're gonna send me those pictures. And then we just kind of go over a few things, and then we meet once a month. So for my members that live far away that can't come into the club, I ask them all to purchase this body composition scale off of Amazon. It's a pretty cheap scale that I have at home. It's really reasonable, and that's how I do their meal plan and all of that. So that first picture there, you can see where it shows like all for information. So I just have them send me that every week. And then the other picture there up in the corner is of somebody who just had a regular scale, and I do their tracking and we talk about the numbers. And then, like I said, monthly we try to meet face to face and go over those numbers and talk face to face so they can get that personalized wellness coaching as well.
So cool. So you're really you're working with every client possible, whether they're long distance or in person. You're tailoring to all of their needs and making sure that they're having the best results possible, which I think is amazing. Okay, new preferred member follow-up. Talk to us about how you kind of celebrate their victories, and you're still making sure you're asking the questions, continuing on even months down the road.
Yeah. So one big thing that I like to do is always make sure that I'm finding one win. So whether it's something that we're meeting about weekly, or if it's a person who hasn't touched base with me in a few weeks, I'm always trying to find the positive. So like in the first picture there, my client sent me her weight. She said my weight was 190, my weight this morning, 198, frustrating. And then I compared her weight from this week to last week, and she lost 0.6 pounds. And then I said, look, girlfriend, you're losing exactly how much you should. Our disclaimer is that 0.5 pound to 1 pound per week You're right on track. You should not be frustrated. Plus, let's talk about your non-scale victories. And then she's like, you're right. I do feel really great. This is awesome. And she totally changed her mindset and wasn't discouraged. So really trying to look for a positive in any way that you can. Another one is posting on social media. So that picture there is of a preferred member of mine who she didn't have much pound loss on the scale, but she was actually able to fit into a pair of pants she hadn't worn in over 2 years. So I was able to just post that on my personal social media page with her permission, of course, and was able to get that out there. And she felt amazing. She was like, oh my God, my dad reached out to me. All these people started talking to me. And she just felt so pumped and jacked from that. And because of that, there's been times where she hasn't done so great, but I can refer back to that and say, think about that time when you were able to get those jeans on. Remember how that felt? That should be your motivation, and to help keeping her on track with that. And then just continuing to ask questions. So even though that they've been on their plan for maybe a month or 2 months or however, I'm still asking them, hey, what did you have for a snack today? How much water did you get in? Are you really understanding everything and making sure they're keeping on track with it?
Awesome. Thank you so much. I love how you're taking every situation and making it positive. Whether they gained a pound, you still find the positive in it, which is super incredible. Thank you for sharing, Jenna.
Yeah.
Okay, new preferred member follow-up. Touch on this really quick for me. Like, I want to talk, I love this wall that you have.
Yeah. One thing I do is always utilize the preferred member Facebook page for the Dream Team. So not only am I utilizing that and telling my people to go there for recipes or videos, but I'm also doing recognition. So for example, like today, how I recognized all the people in my downline organization who qualified for the cookbook. Or I'm recognizing people who have gotten some awesome results. At our nutrition club, we have this transformation board where they can sign if they've reached their 5 pounds, their 10 pounds, their 20 pounds, and so on. And I just ask them if it's okay to take pictures of them signing it or next to it and just do a little shout out. And it just makes them feel super special and helps to keep them motivated, as well as it's putting it out there for other people to see, hey, how are you doing that? How do I get on this program as well? And I've gotten new clients in from this as well.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, referrals. All right, now we get to hear from Sammy. Sammy, as you heard before, does not utilize Nutrition Club currently, and she is rocking the business. So talk to me about these messages, Sammy, and where do you kind of go with them?
Okay, so these messages are actually to one of my newer preferred members as of a couple months ago. And what I did was she got good results. She was super excited. That was a big thing, being excited. And I just asked her for some referrals. So I said, if she sent me 2 referrals, I'd send her a little goodie bag. So I left it blank as in goodie bag. I didn't tell her what it was because I hadn't quite decided at that point, and I still feel that way. Like it's, maybe if I have a few lift-offs laying around, I'll send a cute little bag with all the flavors or some bars or something and a little thank you note. So she was super excited. She sent me 2 names. And I just messaged the girl and just said, hey, I just got done working with Lacey. She was super excited. She sent me your information, said you might be interested. And then I followed up with just the 3-day trial message and she was super excited. And then the other girl's response was the same. Both are now preferred members. And then actually, funny story, she sent me another one this weekend, messaged her last night, and I'm shipping out a trial to her tomorrow. Exact same message every single time. Now, the only thing I do change is Lacey is getting married, so it does talk about her big day in there. Otherwise, I would just, extract that part. But yeah, it's super simple.
Wow, that's awesome. So if they do the trial, or so if someone gives you referrals, do you send the goodie bag, or do they have to do the trial to get the goodie bag?
So they send me the 2 and then just every 2. So it's like, I don't
Okay.
want, but the one thing is like they're sending me the number. So I have found that like doing it this way so far, they don't send me like random numbers. So I don't want like a list of 20 people they haven't told before, you know? So they're truly people they're talking to.
Okay.
And mentioning about. And so like the last two she sent me, one didn't move forward, but she definitely messaged me back, and it was somebody that she had talked to. And then this other girl, so I just sent her a couple little bars and another little thank you note.
Awesome.
Oh, and I add them all on Facebook
Okay.
right away.
Social media. Okay. Perfect. Add them on Facebook. That's huge. Okay, so social media must-dos. So, talk to me about like what you do. You're not in a nutrition club, so kind of talk about these bullets of what you do to get more people to pretty much follow you, essentially.
Right. So right now, not being in a nutrition club, it's really big that my presence on social media is consistent, exciting, and present. So what I've been doing to meet new people is, well, I'm not technically meeting them, but I'm finding where it says suggested friends, as long as all the suggested friends aren't Herbalife people, and Herbalife friends, I'm adding them, especially if they're people that either I know really well. So there's a couple close friends of mine that somebody came up and I'm like, ooh, yeah, added that person, you know? So, I'm kind of feeling it out as I'm going through and adding with intention. So one of these that I added, she lives close by. She knows a couple people, one of them being a preferred member. I don't know her. Seems like we have similar interests. So she would be, into my profile, and added her 3 days ago, did a wellness profile with her today in person, and got a 3-day trial out. So it's intentionally kind of just, I'm not just adding everybody. I'm, finding things that would make sense for me to want to be their friend, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Yep. And then the second one there, joining groups and being active. So there's all the different groups. Local is what I'm going for. So I'm joining like local, there's like the local, I don't know, neighborhood groups around here where people, are trying to keep up with what's going on in the communities. I'm active in them. So I respond to people's questions of local happenings, things like that. That's a big one there. Posting results. So whether I'm using other people's in the team or my weigh-in results, like the other day I posted a ton of results, being consistent and exciting. So another thing is just, I'm not just posting one day and going MIA for a week. So I'm, and again, not just Herbalife. So maybe I'm posting dinner. Maybe one day I'm posting an Herbalife snack. Maybe one day I'm posting, my lunch shake. Then maybe one day I'm posting a non-Herbalife snack. I try to keep them fun. I love the little, like the stories and putting fun little movements on there and things like that. So, and I'm sprinkling in family fun, traveling, things like that, so that people know that I'm a human as well.
I love that. So sharing all aspects of your lifestyle, not just Herbalife, is the big takeaway of this, which is super awesome. Okay, so talk to me about this conversation of like how this started with this gentleman.
Yep. So this was when I was referencing joining groups, this Chester and Liberty neighbors. So this is the city we're in. And people love to post crazy stuff. They want recommendations. They'll talk about the weather. I mean, anything. So I'm scrolling through Facebook and I see this pop up, opinion on going on the keto diet. And it had 59 comments. So I start scrolling through the comments. There I am. When people are saying like, I'm down 60 pounds, I'm like, whoop, I'll add you. So I started doing my little adding there. And then I hopped over to Tim and I sent him a little message and just, said, hey, I help people with weight loss and nutrition. If you have any questions, I'd love to help. I'm not pushy. I didn't say anything on this because it was a pretty controversial, this post got to be. So I'm like, I don't want to be a part of that, but I'll reach out to him individually. But I did, again, go through intentionally and add some people off of it as well.
That's amazing. So did Tim respond to you?
He has not yet. I do know sometimes it's a little tough if you're not friends with him, so I did add him as well. He hasn't accepted it yet. But if he does, he should see my message. Sometimes I know people have a hard time seeing non-friend messages, so fingers crossed on that one.
Awesome. You'll have to keep us posted. That's exciting. All right, walk me through these pictures. I think the right-hand side is you're sending out lots of trials to people, obviously long distance, and then these conversations that you're having with people.
Yeah, so on the left-hand side, I accept weigh-ins Fridays and Mondays based off people's preferences and schedules. And so last week it was Friday, and there was just so many positives. Not all of them were super huge, kind of like Jenna was saying, but super exciting for each person. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to put a post together so people can see that I help a lot of people, and a lot of people are getting results. And the other positive was that a lot of all these people are on my Facebook, so they're liking it, they're seeing it, they're feeling good about it as well. And there's the recognition there. So that's a big one, is just the results on results. And people, I think the other big thing is, it goes back to what Jenna's saying, is the positive support. Is this post also allowed people who are not my clients to see what they get when they are, a client of mine. So, they get the cheering, they get the exciting, they get whatever is going on with me that day, they get. And then the other one on the right, that is, I was at the post office. I was sending a bunch of trials out. So I was just excited to post so people could see, like, hey, when, I really do sell these things that you see me posting about all the time, or asking if you want one. So that was kind of like, I think I had posted like earlier that month, do you want one, or who's interested? So I figured, you know what, this would be a good follow-up so they can see if, they weren't interested or didn't answer back to my message or didn't click or whatever, that people are interested and I am getting new clients. So that was kind of a good little feature there.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and then I'm assuming these are some posts that you've done, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook. So did this generate any conversation from these posts, or like, what was your intention with these posts?
So let's see here. I believe all of these are ones off my story. So this is kind of like the non-herba vomit conversation I was having, is so like on the left, there's a snack with some nutritional. So it's saying like, hey, I know more than just about Herbalife products. I can help you learn too. The middle one was like, for people that are like, I don't do shakes, or I love coffee, I don't do tea. It kind of was to draw in that crowd, show them the different products we have and how cool they can look in Starbucks and all that good fun stuff. So keeping it exciting. And then the other one was while we were on vacation. So that was my dinner. So a lot of times we travel a lot. And I think a lot of people are like, well, I travel, I can't be healthy, I can't do this while I travel. So not only did I post this healthy, amazing meal that I had, but I had also posted that week the picture at our condo of some of the things I brought along. So I think just keeping the variety, and again, letting people know we do eat food too.
Yes.
And really good food. So
delicious food. We don't just drink 2 shakes a day and that's it. Never eat anymore.
Exactly.
Okay, so from these, Sammy, I know she was like, if you want to touch on this, and I'm like, yes, we're going to touch on this because this is so incredible. So Sammy's not in a nutrition club. Her results from not being in a nutrition club is that she got out 18 3-day trials in the month of January. From that, she got 10 brand new preferred members and 2 retail clients. So that's 12 new people that she gets to work with in 1 month, and she was not in a nutrition club. So can you just kind of explain to me, what was your mindset shift from being in a club to not being in one, and then creating so much action here?
So not being in a club, I didn't utilize social media and was not consistent the way that I could have been. So if I was on social media, it was maybe posting a result or a shake. So when I showed you like the kiwi and then the Herbalife and then the healthy dish, that is me being consistent, but showing like the day in the life of Sammy and what's possible for you, no matter what life. So I think it was my mindset shift was that I needed a way to keep people's attention the same way that I would behind the counter. So it's a conversation without talking. So like before they would come in and see my day, now I have to show it. And so it was just consistency. I'm not pushing anything down their throat. A lot of times I'm not doing a poll or asking questions. I'm showing, and maybe in every 2 weeks, there will be an interactive one. So I'm not begging. I want you to come to me, but I mean, I do want to come to you too, but that's what I give off is like, come to me.
Right.
So that's kind of where it went. And I actually have 11 preferred members because one finally signed up today that did her trial last month. So that's another thing, guys. Not everybody, even if they take a little bit to finally sign up, it's crazy, but they do come through.
I love that. So for anyone listening, whether you're in a nutrition club or not, you can do 23-day trials or 18 3-day trials and get a lot of people not being in a club. It's just about your mindset, which is pretty incredible. Okay, you guys, so I know we're a little bit over, but I want to give you guys your homework for the night. So I want you to reach out to your upline or whoever is mentoring you, and I want you to tell them one thing that you want to focus on in the month of March. So is that focusing on that interacting with your preferred members, whether you're sending messages more, you're doing, weigh-ins different, or you're sending them different recipes that they can try. If you want to focus on sending out long distance trials, or if you want to get more people in the challenges, like one thing and send that to your mentor. And then what is your daily method of operation that you're going to use to do that? Okay, you guys, that's all we have. I hope you learned some things. I hope you took lots of notes. There's a lot of things that I took away. So thank you all very much. I know that there was some things going in the chat. So Blair, I don't know if you want to touch on any of that right now. Or we're good.
Stop share. And I'll be real quick. It's about the 3-day trial challenge. So really quickly, the 3-day trial challenge, just a quick reminder, we take care of everything for you. So tomorrow they'll get the day 1 script and they'll get the day 1 photo. We just kind of converted it to say, comment below, how do you, how much did you love your shake today? And then they'll get all the tips. How are they going to figure out what to do or like how to become a preferred member? So we're going to expose them to, people love all, it's just like the scripts. So to Wednesday, I would follow up with them and let them know, because it's going to show them how to become a preferred member, but they don't have any of your information. So those of you that have people that are in the challenge that are not yet a preferred member, I would reach out to them and say, hey, how's everything going? People are asking already what to do next. In the group, it shared how to get a discount on your products. If you're interested in learning how to do that, let me know. So you're going to be able to follow up with them. So even though they're in the Facebook group, I would still take it on to reach out to them individually, especially the ones that are not a preferred member. On Friday, I'm going to go through what's in a Lean and Fit program. So I'm going to talk about why we do the Formula 1 and the protein drink mix. I'm going to explain what a Lean and Fit program is. And then I'm going to talk about some of our favorite enhancers. So for those that are on a Lean and Fit program already, I'm going to talk about things like Prolesta Duo, Aloe, Lift Off, Beauty Booster. So then they're exposed to other products. And then Saturday, we're going to do the live for all of the winnings. With that, I'm going to expose them also to the business opportunity. So it's going to be a mini HOM, and then I'm going to pay out all of the winners. So just a reminder, they're going to get all the scripts, so you don't have to send the scripts, but I would reach out to them, because just know, along with the scripts, day 2, that would be their prompt to sign up as a preferred member. Just make sure that you're following up with them. Day 3, they're going to hear about the Lean and Fit program, what's in it. Day 4, which is going to be Saturday, is going to be a teeny tiny HOM, and then we're going to give out all the winnings to all the winners. Okay, mouthful. If you need anything, put it in the chat in the Voxer group. Thank you all, Sammy and Tina and Alexis and Jenna. You guys did incredible, and let's finish this big ass friggin' February. Crush it. I love you. I will talk to you soon. Mwah.